This vehicle is leaving the station. Please hold on. Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.
Welcome back to eBEFOREi's No Wheat Geek. Slight name change, I added the eBEFOREi in front of it just to clump some of my properties together under one umbrella. By the way, I have eBEFOREi's toy news and more. Link in the description below. If you're into toys and toy news, well, go there. But if you're in for pop culture, you're in the right place. I have some news to discuss today. And there's a little more to this story. You may have heard this, and I want to give a few different takes on this because I don't think it's quite as black and white as it appears. Russell T Davies, who is the incoming showrunner for Doctor Who. Are any Doctor Who fans left after the Jodie Whittaker era? A lot of fans of Doctor Who left the franchise. Ratings, at least here in the United States, have plummeted. I don't have a graph to show. I should have prepared one, but just imagine a line going straight down like an airplane taking a nosedive, which is a terrible thing. But that's what's happened to this very, very popular franchise, at least here in the States. Chris Chibnall is the current showrunner, and he's outgoing. In comes the original producer that brought Doctor Who back in 2005, Russell T Davies. And many fans thought maybe, just maybe, there's a sliver of hope that Doctor Who comes back to its greatness that it had. It was really, I mean, everybody was talking about it in 2005, 2006, 2007. Very specifically, when David Tennant was cast as the Doctor, took off here in the States. Toys in all the toy stores, etc. You get the idea. Now, with Russell T Davies coming back, people were wondering if the show was going to stop alienating like half the political audience and bringing everybody together for the once popular science fiction staplehood. And it doesn't appear to be the case. Although, to be fair, I think there is more to the story. But let's read this article. This is from Geeks and Gamers. Russell T Davies attacks a Doctor Who fan, says no Republicans allowed. That seems odd. The article goes on to say some fans of popular British sci fi series Doctor Who have fought their instincts, holding off full rejection of the franchise's future. They've hoped that the returning king, Russell T Davies, would restore the series to its former glory. However, it appears the series' political nature and the anti fan attitude that alienated its popularity under Chris Chibnall's leadership will continue under RTD's. In a recent interaction with the self proclaimed conservative VFX artist on Instagram, RTD had some horrific words to say about a fan who loves his show. There is more to this story. We'll get to that. As a lifelong Doctor Who fan, Lance J was shocked to be blocked by Russell T Davies' Instagram account for some unknown reason. To ascertain the truth of the matter, Lance tagged RTD saying, "Russell, I love Doctor Who and you as a showrunner. Why did you block me on my main account, Lance Videos?" Lance deserves praise for coming from such a polite perspective. He did not begin this interaction antagonistically with insults or hatred. He merely expressed his love for the band's work, begging for an explanation on why he would block him. RTD simply retorted, and this is the money shot here. He says, quote, "Because you're a Republican cunt." That's what he said. Oh, goodness. The article goes on. RTD just broke the cardinal rule of creators: do not attack your paying customers. So, in the United States, the political party is largely one of two camps. Not everybody. There are libertarians and there are people that kind of float between the two, but generally two parties in the US, Republicans and Democrats. The votes generally in most elections are split nearly 50-50. And so if you alienate a entire political party in the United States, then you're chopping off half your fan base and potential customers. The article goes on and says Lance kept it professional, continuing, "But I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, or a huge fan of Doctor Who, man. Loved the show when you ran it back in 2005. Russell, please apologize. Doctor Who is great." At this time, Russell T has not only, I don't know that this article even goes on further, not only did he not apologize, but the guy had a second account that he was using to right to Russell T, and the second account got blocked also. So there will be no apology from Russell T. Now, I went into Lance videos to do some investigative journalism myself. What is exactly going on here with Lance videos? So Lance videos Instagram account, let's pull this up. He says he's a conservative video effects artist, banned 11 times on TikTok. So it kind of sounds like he's bragging a little bit, has various dates of things, CPAC. All right, so he's at a Trump rally, it looks like, which, by the way, should be no big deal. He talks about how Reddit has officially banned the word groomer, calling it an LGBT slur. And he accuses, some things here could be controversial. Talks about a Texas cop taking down an F. Biden flag with no permission. Controversial, sure. Countdown ending Pride Month. Some people could take offense to that. He's obviously pro abortion. I would say that this guy is more on the very, very right leaning. there's there's no middle ground here. But certainly I do not believe he represents all Republicans. And so let's go to his Twitter. You're going to kind of find the same thing. He went to a women's march wearing a MAGA hat. Is he poking the bear a little bit in some of these things? Sure. He says Pride Month is ending the month of the deadliest sin. Certainly that's his opinion and his religion. When has Twitter really ever been nice? RTD, I believe, is part of the LGBTQ plus community. So I could see where he might take offense to some of the things that are here. But now let's rewind. Unless we're saying that Lance Videos represents all Republicans, to make the comment that he's being blocked, quote, because you're a Republican cunt, that's wrong. That is alienating your audience. This guy, Lance, does not represent Republicans. He is himself doing his thing. If he wants to block, if RTD somehow had some interaction with this guy and decided that he wanted to block him, cool. To me, producers and directors and athletes and actors, if they feel the need to interact with people, first of all, why do you care? If people are being I'll probably be insulted just for making this video and just let it go, who cares? But the thing is, if you're at that level and then you go and attack not just the person, which by the way, you shouldn't really anyway, but to alienate all Republicans and say they are all Lance. Lance is all Republicans, is what Russell T. Davies is saying. He's flat out saying that he does not respect anyone who's going to watch the new Doctor Who that he is going to produce if they are right leaning. Uh, Completely wrong. I'm surprised that the BBC wouldn't try to get out in front of this or make him say some sort of a statement, but I don't see that happening. BBC, a lot like Hollywood here in the United States, they're just not going to care if a person comes out and says something controversial that is left leaning. Let that same person go right leaning, Gina Carano, and they lose their jobs and they're blackballed, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that what has happened here is not right. I do think that there's more to the story. I do think that Lance Videos is a bit of a shit stirrer, little too far extreme, but he does not represent Republicans. So you have again alienated half your audience before the new series has even begun. Good luck with those US ratings anyway. And, I know that you're doing some cash grabby things. You're bringing back David Tennant for a couple of episodes, but goodwill out the door at this point. Anybody who is going to give Shooty a chance, who's going to play the part of the new Doctor, and then you see things like this from the showrunner, you're doing a disservice to the actors, actresses, people behind the scenes, and everybody making Doctor Who because you are now speaking for all of them and representing the show that, potentially a lot of people were going to watch that might now really not bother. Anyway, that's just my take. I'm very curious what your take is. Do you think that Russell T Davies went too far? Do you think that he should be attacking fans based off of what they post on social media? Should they be blocking accounts? And should they be balling all Republicans and Democrats into pools and making assumptions like that? Do let me know in comments below. By the way, if you did hang around this long, help me get back into YouTube's algorithms on this, my newer channel. Thumb up it, subscribe if you don't mind, but that thumbs up and a comment really does help. So thank you so much for taking the time out to do that. I appreciate you so much, and I hope to see you back here again real soon.
Please move to the center of the vehicle and away from the doors.